Well, hey there, my freeze drying friends. Can you believe it? This is it. This is a wrap. Freeze Dry February 2025 has come to an end. If you're new here, my name is Angela and I'm the Inquisitive Farm Wife. I call myself that because you never really know what I'm going to be up to. I love to experiment in the kitchen and especially with my freeze dryer. And yeah, you guessed it. Weather changes has brought on voice changes, so I apologize for that in today's video, but bear with me because what I want to share with you, I know all of you are going to want to stick around for. Today is the very last day. If you're just now seeing this video or finding the playlist, I'm going to encourage you to go on a huge binge tonight because you're going to want to catch all of the freeze dry videos that have been posted this year. They were amazing, fantastic, and so helpful and useful. I loved each and every one of them. The playlist is down below. There are so many amazing prizes that I'm going to be giving away tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. right here on my channel from some of the collaborators and other amazing companies that I personally love to use, like Avid Armor. But don't worry, we're still going to do the Saturday sit and chat. It will be sometime probably mid to late morning, depending on who my surprise special guest might be. I try to schedule those sit and chats for when it's convenient for them. But before I do that, you've got one last chance to win your very own medium Harvest Right freeze dryer. Now mine's the older style with the 4 trays. Yours will come with 5. All you have to do is follow the link down below. It's a special, unique link just for Harvest Right so that we can have a safe, secure site for all of you to leave your information for a chance to win a freeze dryer. Okay, so I've had a freeze dryer for several years and everybody, it's just like when you cook a meal. Everybody is going to have their own spin and their own take on it. But so many times people will ask me, what are your favorite and least favorite things to freeze dry? So today, in this video, we're going to discuss my favorite and least favorite things to freeze dry. Does it mean that I won't ever do it again? No. Does it mean I might do it differently? You betcha. So let's dive in to my top 5 favorite items to freeze dry. Many of you know that the reason I purchased a freeze dryer was so that I could put up eggs and milk. I absolutely love it. I was not disappointed. I did try in the past to dehydrate it. I wasn't really impressed with the end product. And truth be told, it took forever because you could only put such a small amount in there. I can put way more milk in my freeze dryer than I ever could imagine in my dehydrator. And of course, the same goes for the eggs. Now, the eggs are one of those things where some people don't like them scrambled. Some people do. I like to add extra things when I scramble my eggs. So maybe that's why I like them a little bit more because I love my scrambled eggs with cheese. And then for the most part, I love almost all of my vegetables in the freeze dryer. Here, I have mushrooms. They are amazing. I like dehydrated mushrooms too, but something about the freeze-dried ones, they keep their shape. They're at the same exact size. I can break them and they don't completely crumble. They'll keep their texture so much better. And here, I have cabbage that I've seasoned with butter and salt and pepper and all the things that I love. And that is what I really like about using my freeze dryer. So any of the meals or snacks or whatever you're putting together, you can season them just how you want them. Just remember, like this one, you see that it is in a jar because I want to use it right away because I used plenty of butter. In addition to vegetables, I also like to do fruits. Look at these apple chunks. They are delicious. They're straight from my tree. I washed them, I chunked them, I left the skins on, and I put them in the freeze dryer. Love them as a snack. I have put them in oatmeal and other recipes, desserts and things to rehydrate, but my favorite way is just as a snack. And then this is actually tomato powder, but what about other fruit powders like raspberry, strawberry to add to lots of amazing meals? And then the thing that surprised me the most is herbs. This is oregano from my garden that I grew last year. And it looks like I just picked it today. Isn't it gorgeous and beautiful? I've always dehydrated my herbs and been very, very happy with them. But freeze drying took it to a whole new level. I'm not even kidding. I don't know that I'll use my dehydrator for herbs anymore. So there we have it, my top 5. We have eggs, milk, vegetables, fruits, and herbs. Now let's talk about the things that I'm really not so fond of freeze-dried. I say the thing that I like the least is celery. I know. I was really disappointed. I was super excited. I got myself a large amount of celery and I freeze-dried it and I didn't like it. I didn't like it dehydrated either. I have decided the way to preserve my celery is to just freeze it. I like to make like a mirepoix that has celery, carrots, and onion and put it in packs and freeze it that way. I don't know. I've also heard that people who buy it from companies don't really like the end product there either. So I don't know that it's necessarily a home freeze drying issue. I think it's just celery does best in another way of preservation. But I did find a way to still be able to use this. I have a video that I did, I believe last year, where I took both dehydrated and freeze-dried celery and I crushed it up and I made my own homemade celery salt. Now that I like. Next on the list was another super disappointing one for me. Peppers. If you look really close, I had a line here for you to see. The pepper powder. This is how I'm going to solve this issue. Now, I'm going to try this again. I'm not going to give up on this because I've had a lot of people say they really do like peppers. So I'm going to try smaller pieces. These are big pieces, so I wanted it to be a little more flexible in how I used it. They were a little on the older side. And so when I put them in the freezer, the skins were just texturally unappealing. I don't like it. I don't like the skin on it. It's the same thing with tomatoes. I don't like the skin when it rehydrates. It's weird. Now, the tomatoes with skins on with herbs that I use for croutons, those, they're good. And to snack on, super good. But when you go to rehydrate it, something about the skins. So another way I might try peppers would be to roast them and peel the skins off first. I think I would really like that because the inside texturally is fine. It's all about the skins. So this batch, what I'll do is I can powder this and still use it to get flavor so it won't be wasted. You know how I am about that food waste. We're going to talk a little bit about carrots. Yep. So these have been sitting in the sun for quite some time, honestly. I think they've been in here about a year. That's my own fault. But I'm going to be honest, they lost color right away. Even lost a little bit of the color after coming out of the freeze dryer. So I want to learn how to do these a little bit differently. These were carrots that I had home canned. So maybe if I use fresh carrots and give them a quick blanch, they might keep their color a little bit more. The flavor is still there, but the color really faded away. So maybe the pre-processing was part of that issue. I know several people like to go out and buy the number 10 cans of vegetables. I actually have little carrot squares that I had planned to do and show you, and then I remembered they lose the color, and I just don't know that that's how I want to use those. So they're already canned. I'll just use them for a big gathering, and I will try fresh carrots that I gently blanch and then put in the freeze dryer and then into Mylar so no sun can get to them. And the last real healthy food item for me is whole meatballs. I think I have a video on that. If I do, I'll put it in here somewhere. Whole meatballs was a big flop. They were too big. They were just too big. And I thought they were dry. I thought I had done the whole process to make sure that it was safe. And I went to open them up and check on them, and the insides had not gotten completely dried, and they went bad on me. I guess my thing would be that you need to choose the density. You've got to be really careful with that. So something like my meatball was just too big. I either need to make smaller meatballs, or like in my video, I believe I quartered them. And then the last thing that I will probably freeze dry over and over again, but I absolutely hate doing it. I don't like it. You all saw what happened when I did the hearts. They're just so fragile. So any kind of gummies, I really don't like doing because they'll explode. They make a mess. And they're so fragile that even if they do stay together, when you go to package them, they just fall apart and then they become dust. And then, I mean, you can still technically eat them and enjoy them in other ways, like taking a dum dum and making a dip out of it. But for me, it's just not worth it, especially to take it to travel places. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'll probably do it because I have people who enjoy it. But there are certain gummies that I have found I like better than others. So I believe it's Trolley brand. They, the sour ones, they will stay together a little bit better. I will do those. But the Haribo, they just are too airy and too fluffy. I don't like doing them, but everybody loves eating them. So my top 5 least favorite items: celery, peppers, carrots, whole meatballs, and gummies. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what things do you love freeze-dried? What things do you not love freeze-dried? And what things would you like me to do in the future? I don't mind experimenting. I love to have lots of fun. Speaking of experimenting, I had planned a few days ago to bring you a video. Didn't happen. So sorry. Maybe in the future. But I've got 4 racks here, and I was going to experiment with honey, maple syrup, peanut butter, and chocolate. Those are the 4 no-nos that they always told you that you cannot do in the home freeze dryer. Well, now Harvest Right actually has an app. I want you to go check that out. You can find out how to do things in your freeze dryer that we thought we couldn't do anymore. All you have to do is maybe add water or certain temperature changes. It's a lot of fun. So maybe someday in the future, I'll get that video made and bring it to you. I apologize. It just didn't happen this time around. But I did want to make sure to tell you about this Harvest Right app, because those of you who have freeze dryers could really benefit from other people's experiences, and you can maybe save yourself a little bit of grief. We also have some amazing content creators that have experimented with all of those things in different ways. Some of them have had failures, some of them have had successes. I encourage you to go, once again, if you haven't already subscribed to all of the content creators, to make sure you are subscribed to their channels. And usually everyone will have a playlist. If you're looking for just freeze-dried things, go to everyone's freeze-dried playlist and see what they've done with their freeze dryers. Until next year, friends, bye for now. No, I'll see you tomorrow in the morning for our weekly recap, and in the evening for the grand prize giveaway.